In this video, I'm going to be showing you why supply and demand zones, or rather, why you still lose from supply and demand zones. Okay, let's go. Let's observe this trade idea. First of all, what do we have? The first thing is that we first look at the daily structure for a perspective. We trade on the 4 hour because we are swing traders. We trade on daily, but I'm not just like that. That was a lot of time. Okay, we got what the price formed. Price began to form originally. Let's paint the picture properly. Price from the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But then what happened? The bullish momentum failed, and then we got a what? What is this? We got a low here, a lower high, a lower low, taking out this weak high. Sorry, this is a weak low rather because it failed to form a higher high. This means that this now is a strong high because what it created a weak because it created a lower low. So the next thing now is that what happened, price begins to form a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. The situation now is that the lower low will form, but that failed to form. Or rather, it has not yet formed yet. So what happened? We got internal structure. So we are not trading now. So we entered the internal structure, and what do we see? What did we see? Because we know we're expecting lower low, but what happened? Okay, this is here. This is this price action. So let's see this. This is the lower high, previous lower high, lower low, lower high. Expectation now is that the lower high, the lower low rather, sorry, the lower low will form around here. Lower low will form around here, but that has not happened. So in the midst of all this, what happened? Then we got a demand zone, which was sorry, we got a demand zone which happened here to form this lower high. Traded the demand zone. What happened? In the midst of the demand zone, before it had take profit, supply was created. This supply zone, it did not lead to a break of structure. Look at it. It did not lead to a break of structure. It did not close below here. Even if it led us to a break of structure, it was not a strong BOS and not lead us to a break of structure. So what happens? Traders would have traded here and formed supply zone, which will now form liquidity for institutions to now fill their orders. And what happened? Boom, it smashed their stop losses because they would have covered this low here. This would have probably been their stop loss. So what now happened? A supply zone was formed. Boom. The picture now is that this supply zone is going to hold, but looking at it a different way. Come. What is this? What you're looking at the internal structure right now. Mm. So the expectation now is that price is going to form a lower high, lower low failed to form. So we don't really know what to really like expect because for a market structure we can only have a lower low until we see the lower high. So this is cannot even be should not even consider as a lower high anymore because the lower low never formed. I don't know if you get what I mean. So let's just look at this structure now. Now see the supply zone around here. What happened? Was it expected? As we all know, they would have covered the stop loss as usual. And what happened? So because I covered this high here, it has been smashed. Originally, I was supposed to enter this trade. What I was supposed to do was that outside the because I was seeing bullish momentum that was happening. Price made a series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high again. So what I was expecting to now see is that I will see a change of character in this supply zone which is here. Once I see a change of character, I was originally not supposed to enter the trade. So what did I do? I dropped down to the 45 minutes. What does it look like it's forming? It's pulling back, obviously, after our supply zone has been hit. So which means that people are actually trading this zone, obviously. What is that? Maybe liquidity. Because this supply zone which is here, it never really formed a breakout structure. So it's not institutional supply zone. So it's actually possible that this zone may still hold. This trade may actually still hold. One trade may actually still hold. But what are the chances of it holding? They're actually very low. We're trading the trade probabilities, not possibilities. We're not gambling here, we're trading. So what now happened? If you look at this very closely, exactly where I drew my supply zone from. Exactly. So you can just think that okay, this is a boom, we're in this trade. But what is this? After I break of structure, we always expect a pullback. So that thing is not, this trade now is pulling back exactly where we now got what is to be supply zone. So what do you think is that going to cause in the average trader's mind? Get in the trade. Get in the trade. But we're not even seeing a change of character yet. Let's do the 15 minutes. Do the 15 minutes. Change of character for it to happen is that what is going to happen here? Let's see. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So what we need to now form is that we now need to say that where is higher low? This higher low here taken out. This higher low here needs to be taken out. Then we now form a lower high. Then we form a lower low. Okay. But let me just show you something. Let me just show you something. Going back to the 4 hour. Where is this lower high? Slightly like it's actually like where the previous higher high formed. So it's very possible that we could see price reach here and become the pullback and then go back up. So this is actually so what I'm going to if I want to make a trade here, I'm actually going to be looking for a demand zone. I'm seeing one here. I'm seeing one here. Thousand yes, it hasn't been used. So we could actually enter a trade like this. Or there's another one here. Because why? It led to a break of structure. It's that simple. This one that I said, did it a break of structure? Yes. So we are seeing the possible trades of the possible, like the possibilities are higher that this trade is actually going to hold rather than this one here. I'm going to keep you guys updated on what happens in this trade. Today is June 19, 2025. I'm going to keep you guys updated on what happens. Today is already Thursday. We're about to enter New York session. Yeah, we're about to enter New York session. I'm going to keep you guys updated on what happens in this trade. So stay active and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so I was about to hit the gym right now, but I said let me just check Friday's price action. And what happened? We saw that the trade idea did not hold actually. Let me just pass this off. Just clear this, alright. So what did I say what happened? We said that price was going to this supply zone, price is going to react to the supply zone, give few profits so that you will get people that can enter that trade. And then what will happen? You will go exactly against them. That's exactly how I played out. I'm going to publish this video soon. Hopefully before Monday. Today is Saturday. Yeah, before Monday, I should have already published the video completely. So let's just review the trade and the idea now. So what happened? Price made a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Positioning that higher low form to break the higher high, and this low here, higher low here will hold. Do you know why? Because it created a strong high. So because it created a higher high, which is a strong low. Position that this low here is going to hold because it's a vested interest that just basically looking at pure market structure. The reason why we didn't enter this trade is because we did not see any demand zone for us to make the move. That's one of the reasons why we didn't enter. So imagine now if we took the trade, that would be down 1%. That'd be down 1%. And obviously, looking at my coin to kill dashboard, you can see I did not actually take this trade. As these are as clear as transparent as it gets. Just show you that the level of clarity that I have here. If you want to join the group chat, is in the link of the comments. It should be there. And I don't have my Instagram. You can also message me up from there too. Also, it should be in the comments. So I think there's a demand zone that was formed here. I want to look more into it and see if it's a valid demand zone or if it's an invalid demand zone. But anyways, this is as transparent as it gets. They have been down 1% and we're able to avoid the loss. Anyways, I found out that the content here challenge I could take on any pair that I choose of my own. Like I don't know this before. So I'm going to be looking into other pairs because there are a lot of good things that are happening, so we cannot end up watching trades. I'm going to look forward to take all these pairs, man. It's gonna be crazy. All right. So I think that's a wrap. We'll call it a day. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to it so you can get use of this challenge. You can even take the trades. I put them on Telegram. Also about to post this right now. But it is as transparent as it gets. So we'll call it a day. Subscribe. Subscribe.